Adam, you reported that Marvin Lewis was looking elsewhere, as I said a minute ago, and the sense seemed to be that his time was up there in Cincinnati. So why did the Bengals decide to stick with Lewis despite his poor playoff record?
Well, the initial report was that he was planning to move on from the Bengals, and I can tell you that the coaches on that staff are completely shocked that he got the extension done, but they're very pleased that he's back because of what he's meant to that organization and all that he's brought to that particular city. I think a lot of people thought Marvin Lewis was going to be leaving Cincinnati after the season. What happened is, after the season, he was going to sit down with the Bengals owner, Mike Brown. That was always the plan. And as they sat down and began to hash out the issues, it was clear that they both felt that they were useful and helpful for each other, and they were able to figure out a 2-year extension. Look, Hugh Jackson wasn't going to be available to come back to Cincinnati. Jay Gruden wasn't going to be available to come back to Cincinnati. Marvin had his own concerns that were addressed during these meetings. I think there was some sentiment within that organization that the assistant coaches whose contracts were up were not being treated in a fair and appropriate way. I'm sure that was one of the issues that was discussed the past couple of days. And again, even though there were plans to move on, there always was going to be the idea that after the season, Marvin Lewis and Mike Brown would sit down to see if they could hash out any differences. And they did, and plans changed, and Marvin gets a 2-year extension.